lives saved. Would there be like several kids who are dead now who would be alive now?
I don't know that this alone could have saved those really complex cases. You know, for Mimi, she was actually not DCF involved at the time and honestly, right, we believe she had passed before they even exited her for homeschooling. So that's just a horrible case. It's not a panacea. Like, the worst of the worst is still possible, right? And it's trying to create one layer of a safety net that really doesn't exist.
That's right.
How would you guys describe this? In other words, obviously you're very close to it. Would you describe this bill as watered down? I don't know if you think of it that way. But in other words, we're going to do all these other things over here, and now we're going to do these two things. How would you describe the bill?
I think this is the process, right? We often pass out of committee the most ambitious proposal, and then you continue to engage in conversation and find out where the consensus of your colleagues are.
It's caucus adjusted, is what I would say.
And the bottom, just Mr. Speaker, the bottom line is this is where the votes are, correct? This is what you have the votes for. And if you had the votes for other stuff, you'd be doing other things.
Possibly, but there's a lot that goes into that, right? There's a governor, there's multiple chambers, there's timing issues. We always have to be mindful of that. So I can't answer that yes or no, but it's certainly true. Back to Mark's question, step one was getting our caucus comfortable. They had a hard time. We don't want to hide that from people because it's a sensitive issue. We think that because of all these conversations and the work that the chairwoman did along with Representative Biggins and Wiellander, we have a product that people feel is a good first step in that direction. There might be 42 bills next year. There might be none. I don't know. But we know that we're putting another layer in a safety net to protect children that does not exist currently in the law in the state of Connecticut. And that's a good first step.
Do you have an agreement? Do you have an agreement with the Senate and the governor? This is the package. This is going, and everyone's on board.
I will never want to speak for other chambers because that gets everybody in trouble. But we certainly have been in touch. You've been in touch with your co-chair all the way along about the amendments. Yes.
Representative Leeper, in your